Welcome to the Lou Riley Live Show, a podcast about health, wellness, motivation, and success. Now, here's your host, Mr. Lou Riley.
Happy Saturday, everybody. This is Lou Riley coming at you live. Today is Saturday, June 22nd, 2013. Coming at you from Nashville, Tennessee on the heels of getting my exercise in this morning. I'm doing what I'm calling the bonus podcast right now. I'm not so much set on doing it twice a week, but you know, when the spirit hits, sometimes you got to go with the energy. Every time you should go, but this time I did go with that energy. So what I want to share with you, and I want to go directly into it, is about this mindset. This morning, if you follow me on Instagram, you caught my Instagram video I made. But this morning, I got up out of the bed. No, I didn't get out of bed. When I opened my eyes this morning, I was tired. My feet have been in pain. My legs are hurting. Thank God I'm not dealing with any type backache whatsoever. My shoulders are hurting. I'm just tired, you know. And what I wanted to do most was just go downstairs, lay across the couch, flip the TV on, and just flip channels most of the morning. You know, I was tired. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I was going to get up and I was going to hit the trails and go get my running/walking in this morning. And I asked myself, I said, what is it? Why is it, or how is it that you're at a place now when you don't feel like doing this? And maybe you guys should ask yourself this question as well. When you really don't feel like doing this, everything, your body, everything inside is telling you, man, we don't want to do this. But you decide to do it anyway. And therein lies the answer. And it's that once the mind is made up, the body has no choice other than to follow. But understand this, that doesn't mean that the body's not going to give resistance. Those feet are going to start hurting a little worse, and that backache may be a little more intense in your mind. You know, your overall mood is going to be rough because you really don't want to face the struggle. You don't want to face the adversity that's waiting for you in the midst of that exercise that you know you need to do, but you're trying to find a way not to do. But the thing about it is, like I'm saying, the mind, or better yet, the body is going to provide the reasons why you shouldn't, but the mind has to decide that it should. Your body's going to give you circumstances and create a condition in which your mind is going to think that you cannot do it. But once your mind is made up that you can, the body can come with all types of excuses, but the mind is going to take control and say, I'm going to lead, you're going to follow. And that's the place that you've got to be able to build your mind up to being strong enough to overcome what your body is telling you. Don't listen to those lies. And I got to be honest with you. Let me walk you through part of this process. My body was hurting not until I got to the trail. But while I started on the trail, my body was still sending me these signals that we don't want to do it. But my mind said, let's go. And my body had to follow. And it takes me about 7 to 8 minutes before my body forgets what it was complaining about. And my mind is telling it, see, I told you, I got this. And if you follow me every time, I promise you I'm going to take care of you. Okay? And guys, that's the kind of thing that I want to share with you. I want to encourage you to develop. And how do you develop that? You got to push beyond your pain. You got to push beyond your pain, not to the point where you injure yourself and you have to stop. But you've got to place yourself in those uncomfortable places in order to become comfortable. You know, as they say, you got to get comfortable you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And exercise is an awesome way to achieve that. You know, I see a lot of times, and light criticism, but let me qualify this completely. Everybody who's out there who's taken an effort to get up off the couch and get out on that trail or the track or out on the street or on a treadmill, congratulations for taking that step. Congratulations, because you've just set yourself apart from everybody else. And more importantly, much more importantly, every step you take, every movement you make in the form of exercise is extending your life, is going to give you a better quality of life as you go further and you become consistent with it. But guys, I got to warn you, There comes a place when your body becomes comfortable at the pace in which you operate it. There are a lot of times when I've been out on the trail and I see people walking at a regular, comfortable pace as if they're shopping in the mall. They're not breaking a sweat and not doing that. And I'm not, and please understand what I'm saying. It's a great thing that you are out there. But just getting there is not the end of the race. That's not the end. That's barely the beginning. Okay? You've got to swing your arms not left and right like a lot of people do, like a lot of you all are guilty of. And understand, if nobody told me, I'd probably be guilty of it too. But a lot of you guys are walking and swinging your arms right to left, when instead your arms should be going north and south. Think of your arms like your motor, and the faster you move your arms, your legs are going to have to follow faster as well. Just a little bit of a tip. But let me start approaching making my final descent in this short podcast compared to the ones I've done. Let me start making my final descent. Because what we're really talking about, or what I'm really talking about, is your mind. I'm talking about your mind. I'm talking about taking control of your thoughts and allowing your thoughts to take control of how you operate. Okay? Now, anybody, or better yet, consider this. And I'm going to share a story that was shared with me, but I'm sharing it now, so you can call it my story. But the question is, what does your brain look like? What does the mind look like? What's the mind look like? So do this for me. Get a sheet of paper. Get a blank sheet of paper, and I want you to draw a big circle. Draw a big circle, okay? Take up a half to 3/4 of that paper with that circle, but draw this huge circle. And at the bottom of that circle, I want you to make a small stick figure, okay? The circle is the head, the line underneath, the 2 lines for the arms, the 2 lines for the feet, the stick figure. So obviously, the circle is much, much bigger than the stick figure for the body. Now, at the top of that stick figure, better yet, at the top of the head, I want you to make like 2 antennas, okay? Put 2 antennas at the top. And in between those antennas, I want you to draw some squiggly lines, because those squiggly lines are kind of like the energy or the thoughts that flow back and forth through our minds. And now, once you've done all of that, I want you to stop and take a look at it. And understand I did this for a reason. I made the mind, and on your sheet of paper, your mind should be so much bigger than your body. It should be exponentially larger than your body, because that's the way things should work. Your mind is in control of your body, and your mind is so large, your mind is so huge, it's so vast, if you allow it to be. If you dare to go inside the places that you dare not go because you've been afraid of what may happen. You've been afraid that your body may not be able to withstand, but take a look at the sheet of paper. Your mind is much stronger, much more powerful than your body. So when you begin to train your mind, your body has no other choice than to follow. You see, guys, those antennas are those signals that go back and forth when we're contemplating and considering a thing. That's the energy that moves inside our brain that leads us to decisions. But again, folks, once you decide to do a thing and you've put in the time to train your mind to control your body, that is how you can wake up on a Saturday morning and be tired and be sluggish and your eyes are heavy and you want to go to sleep, or you want to get something to eat and lie back down because you're hungry. You just don't have it in you this morning. But trust me when I tell you, it is in you. It is someplace inside of you. You just got to be brave enough to do the work it takes to get to that place. And it's just like digging for oil. It's like pumping for oil. You drill and you drill and you drill and you drill, and you faithfully drill and you drill and you drill until one day you strike oil. And once you tap into that, and let's talk about that. Let's look at that oil like that part of our human spirit that doesn't want to give up, that can't quit. Once you tap into that, it's an endless source. It's endless. It's an endless source. And I've tapped into that. And that is why I can get up and feel like I feel. And my mind can tell my body to stop hurting. Stop being in pain. Stop complaining, because we're going to get this work in. And no, not every day I'm going to do 3.7 miles. I won't do 3 miles every day. Not every day I'm going to jog most of it or jog all of it. Some days I'm going to walk. But I can guarantee you that I'm going to get it done, because I've not given myself a choice to not get it done. Not getting it done is off the table. It's not an option. And guys, maybe if we learn to give ourselves an option only to win, failure won't even be in our rearview mirror because it's not a possibility. So guys, that's me. That's it for today. Just want to give you this good word. Hopefully you guys get your exercise in. Have a great rest of the weekend. Stay safe. Be careful. And I'll see you guys on next week. This is Lou Riley coming at you from Nashville, Tennessee. Also, hey, follow me on Instagram, Lou Riley Live. Follow me on YouTube, Lou Riley Live. Follow me on Twitter, Lou Riley Live. Check me out, guys. And if you have not yet, please subscribe to this podcast on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, search for Lou Riley Live. You can download all my episodes using one of those podcast apps that you can use on your phone and take a listen. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care. I'm out.